The following program is a paid advertisement for Bridgeland Auto Brokers and does not represent the views or opinions of this station.
Bridgeland update. Due to a new 25%
tariff on all cars imported from other countries.
Prices are rising, with some models seeing up to a $10,000 tax. These tariffs are impacting all manufacturers,
suppliers, and consumers in the auto industry.
Welcome to the April 2025 show, and where I'm excited for that good weather. I'm excited for spring to come. Well, spring is here. The one thing we're up against are these tariffs. The one space that it's affected the most is the automotive space, where bringing vehicles out of Canada and Mexico is really no longer feasible. Doesn't make sense dollar for dollar. The availability of what we can buy has slimmed up quite a bit. When availability slims up, the prices go high. So before those prices go up, now's the time to take advantage of a deal. If you see any of the vehicles during the show that you love, maybe you go right to cleancarscheap.com and you're looking right now at hundreds of vehicles. Get them now before the prices go high. Because if we have to pay more, you have to pay more. Now's the time to do it. As dealers, we're loading our lots. We're buying everything right now that we can, so that in 2 or 3 months, we still can offer deals that make sense to the customer. What's that tell you? It's time to go. This one's got it all, right? So this one's got all the flavor you're looking for. Here's a beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee, and listen, I grabbed this one real quick off the lot. It's not even really ready for the show because I like them nice and clean, but when I say clean, I mean a wash. But when it comes down to condition, this thing's absolutely beautiful. It's a 2022 Grand Cherokee X. What does the X give you? The X model's got those 20-inch blacktop wheels. All your trim is color matched. So your door handles, around the wheels there, you got different badging. So it just gives you a different look than some of the base models, let's call them. Now, most of these that you're gonna find out there in the streets are gonna be fleet vehicles. Fleet doesn't order them, right? If it's a fleet company, let's say it's Avis, let's say it's Johnson & Johnson, they're putting all their reps in these cars. They're not gonna typically order them with the roofs because with the amount of vehicles they order, that really creates a little bit of a different margin for them. So they're looking at the dollars and cents. They don't typically order these as nice as you may see a vehicle with a moonroof. However, when a private individual buys something like this, 9 times out of 10 they order the roof. This one's got the roof, it's got the leather trimmed heated seats, so it's got the right gear, and it really has the right mileage. 27,000 miles. Now in this vehicle, I obviously did my homework, and there's not another Grand Cherokee X with less mileage in our market. Wow. And listen, I made sure the price tag was right too. So at $30,445, it's gonna put the payment at $445 a month with tax and DMV down. Maybe you don't have that tax and DMV. Maybe you have a trade that you're upside down in. Whatever your situation, we're gonna be able to help you out of that, but this is gonna be a perfect one to get that done with. So if you like low mileage, you like leather, you like a roof, this one's gonna hit on all of it. So get online right now, cleancarscheap.com, fill out that credit application. Maybe get that trade in there. You wanna talk about your trade before you come in. We're gonna be able to do it however you wanna do it. Open 7 days a week is gonna make it real easy for you too. So get out of bed right now, brush those teeth, and get into the store because I have people waiting right now to put you behind the wheel of this. Cleancarscheap.com or dial 315-633-7060. Okay, here's one I got carried away with, right? And I buy once in a while, I jump in, I help my buyers. And one flaw that I have is that I do get a little emotionally invested once in a while. So when I'm bidding against somebody else and there's something I really want, the blinders go on sometimes and I just pay what I gotta pay. right? And usually when I bring them in, it's a big joke around the stores, but they know that some of my cars are already advertised at losses. One of the things we do that one of the things we do that I don't believe a lot of dealers will do is we price the car for what it's worth, right? If I paid 25 grand for something, I should have paid 23, and pricing it on day one is gonna lose me 2 grand. That's where we price the car. That's the discipline. That's why you get a good buy. Because let's face it, all dealers are gonna overpay once in a while for something. But the mindset is usually, if I overpaid, you're gonna have to overpay. That's not how it works here. So this is being advertised at a loss on day one. And at that number, $21,995, the first person that gets behind the wheel of this, you're buying. So if you're looking for a low mileage, fully loaded car, a panoramic roof, 30,000 miles on a 19, that's 5,000 miles a year. The thinking's already done for you. So priced at $21,995, it puts you at a payment of $375 a month. So if you're looking for that luxury car under $400, you want something you can drive for 3 or 4 years and get back what you owe, this is gonna do that for you. It checks almost every single box. Low mileage, meticulous condition, and this is a 5.0 grade car. Brand new tires, what's the miss? $21,995 or $373 a month. Get online, cleancarscheap.com. You need help with the credit, we can do that too. Get on there, we're gonna help you out with that before you even walk in the door. Because once you get behind the seat, you're not gonna wanna wait. Get online, get in the store. Here's a beautiful one right here for you. Now there's a rear end you can stare at all day long and you won't even get in trouble for doing it. Genesis did an amazing job with the GV80 and Car and Driver ranks this #1 over Porsche Cayenne, BMW X5, Audi Q8. So take that for what it is. Maybe you don't agree, but listen, the experts did. Now when we talk about an interior flawless design, there's no mistaking that. If you're a Porsche person, maybe you're a BMW guy or girl, you will agree that this thing is absolutely meticulously designed. So a beautiful ride right here. And I'll tell you what, when you get behind the wheel of it, it feels like $70,000, $80,000. Now this is what we call an off-clock buy. What does that mean? One of the slang words in the automotive world for an odometer, we call it a clock, right? So when it's off clock, that means that it has high mileage for the model year. A 2023 should have 25, 30,000 miles. This one's got 63. Here's the catch though. You're not spending $45,000, $50,000 for a pre-owned. The 63,000 miles puts you at $37,555. So you have the opportunity to drive one of these. They look like a Bentley. A lot of people mistake it for that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the cool part about this is that it has 7 years left on the powertrain warranty. So you're gonna drive out of here with more than 7 years additional remaining on the motor, the transmission, the all-wheel drive, all the main components. So I don't know about you, but especially if you drive low mileage, it makes sense to buy that one with a little higher mileage because 3, 4 years from now, when you get out of it, it'll have average mileage. So you take advantage of the buy today, and then you get full trade value 3, 4 years out. $37,555 will put this in your driveway or a payment of $567 a month. So if you're looking for that luxury SUV, you want something that not everybody has, this is the ticket. I don't know about you, but for mid-500s payment, that's a lot of ride right there. $567 a month with tax and DMV down. Maybe you have some trade equity, maybe you have some negative equity. Well, these things have a really strong book value, so this is gonna help you get out of that. Get online right now, cleancarscheap.com, or dial 315-633-7060. Okay, here we go with a 2022 Ram 2500. Now, not only are these hard to get, but they're becoming harder and harder to get in that long box. And this checks a lot of boxes, whether it's for personal use, maybe you're a contractor. With the vinyl floors on the inside, vinyl seats, it's gonna be very easy to keep clean, so just a perfect work truck. The previous owner put the Laramie wheels on it, so it gives it that little bit of an upgraded look that you're not paying for. 20,000 miles or a price tag of $42,555 puts this in your driveway today. Now, last night I'm looking up vehicles to put on the show, and I ran across this one, right? And I like to get as unique as I can, and I want to show off that vehicle that nobody else has. Well, I'm sure I'm doing that with this one. Here's a 2020 Toyota 86 Hakone Edition. Now, listen, this is one of those ones that let me know that I'm getting old, right? I looked at this and I'm like, what the heck is a Hakone? I called my buyer and he's just going off and he's telling me why. I said, why did you buy this car? Why would you? 3,000 miles, he says. And he had a lot more to say. Rather than me sit here and try to explain this to you, let's get him on the phone and find out what the heck we're looking at here. So we're gonna look up Isaac. You know, if you don't know, Isaac's been with me for 10 years. And he's a 26-year-old guy that buys a lot of cars for me. He's very good. So he knows his cars, but I told him today, I said, I feel like this is Isaac's collection here. I got all these, I got these Civics, I got all sorts of stuff. Nissan 350Zs with the wheels tipped in. We got a lot of stuff here. This is his lane. So let's get him on and see what we're talking about.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I got you on speakerphone here, and I'm standing here doing a car commercial, and I'm standing in front of this Toyota Hakone 80s. Will you tell these guys at home, what am I looking at here?
It's a 1 of 500 Hakone that gives you the specific color and the brown interior. It's modeled after the Hakone Mountains in Japan, and that's why they did green over brown. It's supposed to be iconic to that, but it's the only way you get that color, the only way you get that interior, and all the Alcantara accents. Okay, so not my kind of car, but you seem to like it, right? Yeah, and it's getting shipped to South Carolina.
Why?
They made a deal on it this morning. You set up transport.
You made a deal on it, right? So, listen, I like to keep it real, and I want to keep the reality of the show, but crazy, right? Here I am trying to show this car to you, and I get on the phone, and he did what I told him to do. I said, get rid of this car. I hate green. But if you're looking for that sports car, maybe you're looking for that tuner car, you're looking for that unique ride, this is the guy right here on the phone that buys it all. Isaac, tell him what you got. You got a Civic. What else do you got that maybe somebody that liked that car may be able to get their hands on?
Oh, we have a Camaro, we have a Hellcat, we have a Scat Pack, we have a Ram TRX, the Civic, like you said, a Type R. I mean, anything and everything. We
got it all. So, all right, Isaac, that's all I wanted to get from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, there's the buyer right here, but sorry, but he sold it. I jumped in him a mile deep this morning. He did his job. But if you're looking for that one-off, you're looking for that TRX, like you said, maybe you want that Civic SR, whatever you're looking for, we're gonna have that unique blend because we're buying these things all over the country, right? We're cherry picking stuff that most would never take the time to chase down. We're not gonna find these in our backyard, right? So the dealers that shop only in their backyard won't have them. That's the difference, right? Bridgeland Auto Brokers, 585 State Route 31. If you're looking for that different blend of vehicle, maybe you're looking for something that nobody else has, this is the spot. This is where you want to go. Get online, cleancarscheap.com. Look at hundreds. You're not looking at 40, 50 vehicles. You're looking at 100 vehicles. And listen, we prep these things right. We take care of the customer. You can't miss. And you're not paying big box store prices. So for that unique blend, this is the spot. Get online, cleancarscheap.com, or dial 315-633-7060. Here's a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Now the Gladiator is the Jeep with a truck box on it. So when you get in the inside of this, you're in a Jeep Wrangler, right? But it's got the functionality of a pickup truck. And this isn't your base model. First of all, it's the Rubicon, so it's that high trim level. This one's gonna have the leather, the removable top, the cold weather package, all the equipment on it. Not only that, but it's already lifted. Now, I've lifted a lot of trucks. I usually buy Jeep Gladiators to put the lift kits on them. I don't know why, but I just love how these look lifted. I think you will too. Not only are you gonna love how it's lifted, but you're gonna love the price tag. This 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon has probably $7,000, $8,000 worth of adds to it that you don't have to pay a dime for. With 71,000 miles, it's gonna drive the price down to $31,995. So if you're looking for that lifted truck, you want something with the leather, all the gear, you can't get that in a full-size truck, but you can get that here. 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon with 71,000 miles, priced at $31,995 or $479 a month. So if you're looking for that lifted truck, you want that truck around 30 grand, maybe you don't like red, maybe you don't like Jeep. We have an array of trucks right around that $30,000 price tag. So if you're looking for a truck, this is the spot. Bridgeland Auto Brokers, 585 State Route 31. One of our biggest assets as a dealership is our repair facility. And a lot of customers know Bridgeland when it comes to the goofy suits, really just pushing those low prices. But when it comes to service, this is when we get serious. And we have a seriously large service department. So we just put on a huge expansion, brought in Shane as a fixed operations director. So Shane's really showing us, and it's nice to learn again, but Shane's really showing us how to build from the back. So when it comes to automotive service, when it comes to the experience that we're gonna give you.
The trust, the transparency, everything that's going on back here, a lot to be had.
So you're the one that's taking the lead on that right now. And not only building our team, but really helping us as a company to really fit into the service department that we built. So stay tuned. If you need your vehicle service, maybe you haven't bought a car from us, but this is where you want to go. So
stop on down. Look forward to seeing you.
585 State Route 31 in Bridgeport. Okay, let's face it, the weather's changing, right? A lot of us want something new. We want to get that sports car, but I got 3 kids. I don't have the budget. Well, this is going to allow you to do that and drive the kids around. A 2022 Ford Explorer ST, and this is the big boy right here, 400 horsepower. So believe me, this thing's going to have more horsepower than most of those beautiful sports cars you see on the road. So this is built for speed, but it's also built for luxury. With the leather, with the twin panel roof, with the 21-inch wheels. This thing's got it going on. So that ST's got a different look than the other Explorers. Now, here's the catch. $60,000 price tag, brand new. Priced at $30,995, you're almost 50% of what it was new. 82,000 miles is gonna allow somebody that maybe doesn't have a $40,000, $50,000 budget to get behind the wheel of something that they can afford. Now, you're still gonna look like you spent $50,000, $60,000 because this one's clean as they come. Beautiful ST, this thing's not gonna last. So if you're looking for that third row SUV, you're looking for that sports car, but you just can't have one, this is gonna do it for you. Get online right now, cleancarscheap.com, open 7 days a week. Maybe you wanna get that trade appraised before you come in. Maybe you wanna get the credit straightened out, get all that squared away. We can help you with that. But if you just want to get into the store, get behind the wheel of this thing and see what I'm talking about, let's go that route. CleanCarSheet.com, Bridgeport, New York. Just dial 315-633-7060. Okay, here's a 2022 Chevy Malibu. Now, this is a program car. Right? What does program mean? Program means fleet, right? So not a lot of people are coming in and trading 2022 Malibus in yet, right? So a lot of your fleet companies, let's say you work for Johnson & Johnson and you're a sales rep, could be Enterprise, could be Hertz, could be rental car companies, right? So what happens with fleet is they usually get the vehicles up to 30, 40, 50,000 miles, depending on the fleet, depending on the carrier. And what they do is they sell to us dealers. So that's why you'll find 2024s, 2025s pre-owned on somebody's lot. Now, what happened with the rental car companies is with the tariffs that went into effect, they completely stopped selling cars momentarily. They'll get back to it, but they don't know when their orders will come due. So if the tariffs are 25% when their order arrives and they've sold all their vehicles to the dealers, they're gonna have no cars left. So it completely paused, which makes these impossible to replace, which makes that under $20,000 four-door sedan impossible to buy. So the law of supply and demand, when there's less available, what's it do? It drives the price up. So this vehicle here, my crystal ball tells me that it's probably a $22,000 vehicle. I think that what you're gonna find with the tariffs is that it's gonna be a similar market to what COVID was. So if you're looking for that vehicle, now is the time to buy it. Not just some car dealer on the other side of the screen. Of course, he's gonna tell us that. Do some research. Read, go online. If you know what COVID did to the automotive market, we're preparing for it again. Get out there, get that vehicle, get that 2022 Malibu, because you might pay $4,000 or $5,000 more for this car in 6 months if you can get one to begin with. $17,995 or a monthly payment of $273 a month. Where do you get a 22 for $17,900 for $273? That's an easy price tag, that's an easy payment, and you better get it before it goes up. So visit us online, cleancarscheap.com, or drive into the store, 585 State Route 31, right down the street from Point Place Casino. Can't wait to see you online. We definitely can't wait to see you in the store. Here's a beautiful one that was traded in this fall with us, and there was 2 bikes that came in over the winter. We take a lot of bikes in, but 2 of them that I took a special liking to. Here's a 2013 Harley-Davidson Softail Slim. This has all the extras on it, 6,000 miles, just an absolutely beautiful bike. And when this thing came in, I knew that $10,995 was gonna be a real easy decision for somebody. So if you're looking to get back on 2 wheels, now's the time to do it. $10,995, if you don't get in here, somebody's gonna grab it. Dealers really focus on different aspects of their business, and we all gravitate towards one thing or another. My gravitation is towards the marketing of the cars. I know with the volume that we sell out of state, we're one of the most aggressive pricing structures with pre-owned, not only in central New York, but in the East Coast. That says something. Now, I don't do that alone, I do that with my buying team. Everything starts with the buy. So as you'll see, my buyers are working with multiple screens. You know, they're buying anywhere from, 5 miles away to San Francisco, California. So we're all over the map. We're able to buy cars not only to retail to the customer, but buy them to re-wholesale to other dealers within our network. So when you have that reach, it allows you to give a customer more on a trade. It allows you to have vehicles in your inventory that most won't have. And not only when it comes to the pricing, but when it comes to the unique blend of what we put on the lots, that's what I think the difference is with Bridgeland. And hopefully it shows in our product. This is a perfect one. This is a 2023 Hyundai Elantra Blue. Now, I'm not talking about the color, that's the name of the trim. The blue is the hybrid. Check this out, 54 miles to the gallon. Now, we know with Hyundai, and why I'm always a proponent of Hyundai, is they're very advanced with their technology. This one right here has all the advanced safety features. I mean, this thing's right to the wood when it comes to safety. It has the heated seats, it has the 8-inch touchscreen. Just a really nice loaded up car, and I love the color. So either you love it or you hate it. So I like it, right? Maybe wouldn't buy it for myself, but I love to stare at it. But maybe you're going, I gotta have this one, right? We all gotta have good fuel mileage. We don't know where it's gonna go right now with this economy. So at least you'll have that in the bag. At 54 miles to the gallon, and listen, a car that would normally be priced in the mid-20s is priced just a touch over 20 grand. Now listen, I could have put it at $19,900 for the commercial, but I'm already cheap at $20,222. So a 23 Elantra hybrid, all the options, 54 miles to the gallon, $305 a month with tax and DMV down. It's gonna put you behind the wheel of this. If you don't have the tax and DMV, that's fine, we can work with that. Maybe you have a trade with negative equity, that's fine, we can work with that. With credit professionals on site, and listen, when you talk about lenders, we have them all. We have a cachet of lenders that most independent dealers and some franchises don't have. We have access to the banks. We have access to the intelligence that it takes to get you behind the wheel today. Here we go, we got a 2019 Chevy Trail Boss. Now, usually when I'm offering these Trail Bosses, they're at the minimum in the upper 30,000 category, low 40s. This one right here was just traded in. It's got the Z71 package. Obviously the Trail Boss gives you those blacked out wheels and a factory lift, matching cap, and absolutely impeccable on the inside. So Customer took very good care of this. Non-auction buy, it's a trade. So if you're looking for that truck under $30,000, and you heard me right, it's a Trail Boss for less than $30,000. We don't have 70, 80, 90,000 miles to get there. 62,000 low miles for the model year puts this at $28,777. Easy payment of $437 a month with tax and DMV fees down. If you don't have that, we can roll that in. If you have problem credit, we can handle that. If you have negative equity in your trade, whatever your flavor, that's what we do. Open 7 days a week, 585 State Route 31, right down the street from Point Place Casino. Get online, get in the store, because if you don't, somebody's gonna take this thing home real quick. Now this is not your average Corvette. This one's got the Pro Charger. So if I pop that hood right now, there's gonna be a few of you getting out of bed, right? Somebody is on the other side of that screen going, I don't want one that's been tuned. But there's also somebody on the other side of that screen that's going, did he say Pro Charger? This is that one right here. So sitting at that light, 650 horsepower is gonna make you a different animal than you'd be with a stock Corvette. So if you want that Pro Charged vet, you want that one that's gonna leave everybody in the dust, you want that one that's really gonna make your own hair stand off the back of your neck when you hit that gas, this is gonna get that done. 2016 2LT, Targa top, performance package, it's got it all. And I love that white on a Corvette. Those red brake pads and that white exterior and that, beautiful, right? I don't know about you, but that's a nice car right there. So visit us online, cleancarcheap.com. Maybe you don't want this, maybe you want a Mustang. Maybe you're looking for a luxury car, a truck, an SUV, or a van. However you chop it up, whatever your flavor is, we're gonna be able to get that done for you. So with hundreds of vehicles in stock, not priced like a lot of these guys right now that are inflating their numbers because they know they're going into a car shortage. As always, aggressive numbers, you don't have to shop. But get online right now, get that credit application done, and maybe just make a trip into the store, because if you don't get behind the wheel of this, somebody's going to. We have a saying in the business, there's a beep for every seat. Maybe yours is the beep for that seat. So you're gonna know that you have, what, you're making me laugh, what? I don't usually do a lot of takes. This is probably take number 12 on this one. So, red, those Brembo? That was good too, I was rolling. What you don't know is that the people on the other side of this camera right now are laughing at me. I've been stumbling on my words all day. Tough day for me, I don't know why. Man, rusty, huh? Maybe you have a horse farm and you gotta, man, fuck dude.